I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet.
Hello.
Very good, very good, very good. So, a few moments ago, we tried to do a couple of takes.
Tried.
Yeah, so we set up all the cameras and everything's all good, fine and dandy. But what I did forget to do is begin the audio recording, and I made that mistake twice. Never think it'd happen at a raw podcast like this.
It has. But yeah, I'd like to welcome everyone that's out there listening to us right now or watching us. It's been a roller coaster ride, bro.
Heck yeah, and it's been great.
Man, we're getting some good responses, some good feedback.
Yep.
So if you're out there and you haven't responded, like us or something, man, what helps us is you guys liking this.
Absolutely. And you'd be a great contributor as well if you share it, subscribe, share it through word of mouth, tag it on IG or Facebook, share it amongst your friends because people need to hear the stuff that we're talking about. All the interviews that we've been doing, and we're delving deep into real issues that people face today.
Yep, people's lives.
Yeah, that's right. Whether you've done drugs, maybe you're suffering through addictions at the moment, going through some difficult times in relationships. I mean, whatever background you're from, you can take a withdrawal from what we're doing, and not to say that there's many avenues of great podcasts out there, but we just keep it raw. That's
right, like it raw.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, we are who we are because of the grace of God, and this was birthed in the midst of the pandemic because there shouldn't be any excuses not to do anything.
Yeah, especially for God.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for Vu not calling me, I don't know what else I'd do. Yeah, probably just still make music and be a part of the live stream for church and stuff. But we need to do what we can.
Yeah. We need to, explore all other platforms and avenues, where we can, simply, give them a dose of the gospel, give them a dose of hope.
Yeah, that's right.
Any which way we can, we're there and we're up for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, man.
Yeah.
Just, I love the listeners and viewers, man. They want me to ask about you. You're on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You're the what do they call it? The co-host.
The co-host.
The co-host. And but a lot of people out there have been wondering, what's your story? They know my story.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's why you've actually come to see me with all these podcasts.
He makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if he made sense just there.
It's what you call a dad joke.
Yeah, but yeah. So man, just cut to chase, man. Just tell people what you're about, man. We already know that you came from the same area as me, the 2166.
Yeah.
And
we're repping codes.
Yeah, whatever. But man. How'd you come to how's your childhood like? And just real basic, like, man.
It's all more mixed up.
Yeah, but what background are you, man? People can't figure it out right now.
You can't figure it out.
They think I'm an islander, but really I'm Vietnamese. Yeah. So tell them about you, man.
So I'm born here. I'm half Filipino, half Lebanese.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Crazy mix.
Yeah.
Very, very, very odd, but yeah, it's a mix. So I know you grew up around Cabra.
Yeah.
Going to school. How was it like for you, man?
I'd like to consider myself as an ordinary man or an ordinary boy at the time.
Yeah.
Parents were married at the time, but then there was some difficulties at home. hard for me to express and talk about issues if on the other side my parents couldn't figure out and deal with their issues themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of arguing. Dad was hardly at home. Again, just working 2 jobs to provide for us. And by all means, there's a balance, and understand there's a balance to everything. But what should come first in a family sense is your family.
Yeah.
Understand that.
So you put work before everything else, pretty much.
In order, and that's the mindset of some people out there.
Yeah, but and then it's sad to say, but I see it in a lot of ethnic cultures.
Yeah.
That's their first priority. As soon as they come to Australia, they're gonna work like a donkey.
Yeah.
To provide for their family.
Yeah. And that's and understand that that's how they express their love.
Yeah.
They care because that's all they know.
Yeah, because if you're looking at it, where they came from.
Yeah.
And how they grew up, man, they probably grew up in war-torn country, and over here they're just trying to, like you said, they're just trying to show love, but by working and just providing, that's what their way of showing love.
Yeah.
And a lot of our cultures don't really show affection.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the Vietnamese culture too, man. They don't show affection, man.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. Whether you're going over the border, whether you're going into a different country, or maybe when you're stepping inside of a church, I mean, there's a culture. There's a culture in every in every area, and that's why. I mean, I'm grateful even as of now coming into church. I mean, I've been a Christian for a bit over 10 years. Just seeing such a culture as this, so rich in camaraderie, community, and with one common goal to see people's lives change for not only the greater good but for God. You can't. There's obviously a clash of cultures.
Yeah.
And I had a complete culture shock when I first came. We're going on a different tangent. Who cares?
Yeah.
There's a complete clash in culture, and then I mean, push comes. Well, at the end of the day, you got to understand that there's one culture you've got to you've got to commit to if that makes sense. So I was living in one way, had this certain mindset, right?
Yeah.
It's a religious mindset.
Yeah.
Thinking like Tupac, I wonder if heaven got a ghetto, but that's not the case, right? But I had to come to myself and say, I'm going to submit to Christ and submit to His way. His ways are not my ways. His thoughts are not my thoughts, and see the blessings. Thereafter. The Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. That's a culture in itself.
Yeah.
It's a good culture.
So we're getting back to the other question was, growing up in school, like, in high school during those years and that, man, how was it like growing up, like, just in?
I was an average Joe at school.
Yeah.
But I was also bullied. It was more verbal, and I mean, I only got into one fight.
Yeah.
But it was mainly verbal bullying because when you think about it, I knew I couldn't defend myself.
Yeah.
And they knew that I couldn't defend myself, and I didn't have my way of words and way of comebacks because again I was just fearful of what would happen next.
So you just shut your mouth and cop it
and take it, and just having this guilt. I didn't want to tell my parents about this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to succumb to weakness before them because I wanted them to think that school's ordinary, school's normal, have it all together, and it's like at school it was almost every day.
So you're hiding this from your parents?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you think it had later on getting a little bit older?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you like listening to rap.
Yeah.
Was that kind of like your escape?
That was my place to vent my spleen of angers, of disappointments. a way of me wanting to be someone who I wasn't.
Yeah. So all this rap music, but still, man. Yet, man, I come from listening to rap music and that, man. It made me become something I wasn't.
Yeah, that's who I wanted to aspire to be.
How was it with you? Man, because usually it drives you. Or listening to all these things, listening to all that, man. It usually drives you into that direction of.
Yeah, I wanted to head that way. I wanted to build a story for myself that, with the help of, hip hop music at the time, I wanted to be and go in that, wanted to be and go in that sadistic direction.
Yeah.
And thankfully it didn't work out. At that time, but again, it was just I'd talk as little as these school diss raps, relationship breakdowns, and again, just talking myself up, putting a facade.
Yeah.
And by all means, music is good, but all in well good. I chose music as my so-called father figure, hip hop as a father figure.
Yeah.
In my life, and it didn't get me anywhere.
Yeah. Man, thank God it didn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, straight up.
Could have got you 20 years like me. But it's relationships, man. You mentioned relationships just then.
Yeah.
You were trying to cover up relationships, or were you going through relationships, or
Yeah, so
what's the deal there?
again, so going back, my couldn't find the love and acceptance that I had in my family. Try to find this acceptance in peers.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move forward to relationships. So I thought all this, the love and the acceptance and the sense of belonging would be found in a girl.
Yeah.
So I went through, just these little these relationships at school and just I wouldn't even call it a relationship. It's just garbage.
Yeah.
Just absolute garbage. For those out there listening who have, boyfriends and girlfriends at 13, 14, 15, 16.
Grow up.
My God, the heck.
Grow up, kids.
Learn, go to school, get educated, focus on your schoolwork.
Yeah, there's no time for that yet.
Gosh, do it when you're here's my only love.
But how crazy it is nowadays, man. Kids young,
Yeah, that's right.
13 years old, getting into like these relationships,
Yeah.
Man, it's ugly, man. It's
It is.
ugly.
It is. Put it back in your pants
Yeah,
and go to school.
ugly.
With relationships, again, just trying to fill that void of belonging and acceptance. We've all been created for belonging, for relationship. Yeah. So I got into this one particular relationship. Had a job, full-time job. Had this girl, and I thought to myself, okay, everything's filled. I'm happy. What else can go wrong? And it fell through. It fell through later down the track.
Were you heartbroken?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So emotional. Yeah, it was.
Up to the point where you want to go drink, you want to go.
Yeah, that's right.
This is see these kind of little relationships, man. They this is where they kind of head,
That's right. And as I look back now, just an emotional wreck I was. I couldn't imagine myself, without Jesus even as of today.
Yeah.
And just I remember one point, I wouldn't even call it, I wouldn't even call it cheating, but
Cheating.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, you did it.
wow.
But I'm telling it like it is because, but again, as I look back now, it's just trash.
It's rubbish.
It is rubbish. It wasn't a relationship. As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't a relationship. And again, just an emotional wreck. Went to an 18th birthday party.
Yeah.
Or just remember lashing out at her and just being angry. I was just drunk at the time.
Yeah. Alcohol fueled. Here we go. In any relationship.
Went in a rant. And then after that, I began a weekly binge of smoking and drinking, going to the clubs every week.
Yeah.
Again, in relation to what Pastor Terry was saying with, his that regular routine of the drinking and the drugs. That was sort of similar to me, because I just wanted this again to fill that void.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to fill it with. Yeah, I grew up as a Catholic, but religion was way far away from me, then, and that's all I knew. That's all I wanted to do, and that was my life for several months.
So how did you come to being, to having all your problems change? How did you find Jesus Christ? Who told you about Jesus Christ, man?
I was a part of a youth committee, and we helped the church that I'm in now organise an event, a haunted house event during Halloween.
A haunted house event?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
So I just said, I want to join. I want to be a part of it.
You should check my house out.
Watch out for those haunted houses. That's a haunted house.
Anyway, yeah.
But it's not your conventional haunted house. It takes you through the horrors of life, through abortion, domestic violence, suicide, things that in today's media don't talk about. Just the horrors and the horrors of today's reality, and leading them to the cross. So through that event, I came to church, and the first time I've been into a Christian church, and again, just going back on what I said earlier, was a culture shock.
Yeah.
People living by the book inside and outside of church. People, just the transparency and the love.
Yeah.
And what I was saying in the previous sesh, I envied what they had. The joy and the peace.
When I first came to church, right? I was so paranoid. I couldn't understand why people were so nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In my world, if people were being nice to you, they wanted something from you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
And all these people, all they wanted from me was to see my life changed.
Yeah.
They wanted good for me. I couldn't figure out why, man. Why these people... See someone like me, man, someone starts getting nice to me, I start getting sketchy, man. I'm like, man, what do you want?
But the trippy thing, don't get me started with the sermons. Tell you what, the preacher preaching my life in front of me every single service. How on earth do you know my life? You don't know me from a bar of soap, brother.
Who told you?
Did you call my parents?
Pastor, who told you? But yeah, man, I couldn't figure out why people were so nice to me. It was such a culture shock to me, and especially from being where I've been. No one be's nice to you for nothing.
Yeah,
these people didn't want nothing from me. They just wanted the best for me, man.
That's right.
And yeah, man, it was such a mind blowing experience.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, everyone. We don't want anything from you but the best for you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a great statement.
And at the same time, now being a Christian for a number of years now, I just want the best for others as well.
Straight on.
Yeah, I've seen how God has transformed my life. I want the best for others.
Yeah. See people make it to the end.
Yeah, man.
Not just further away. And yeah, we all come through our fair share of mistakes and stumbling blocks. But there's hope at the end if we endure.
That's right.
Yeah. And I remember it was the 25th of October 2009.
Wow, a couple days after my birthday.
Yeah. Visiting pastor came down and preached. Yeah, I need water. Preached about the little things, little pet peeves.
Yeah.
Or just things in your life that you tend to push aside, things that you tend to keep in and bottle up. It's like a fizzy drink. You just keep everything pressured.
Yeah.
But you can only take so much,
Yeah.
let go, and boom. That's how I felt like, just imploding. The hope is that God can heal you
That's right.
from those hurts,
Yeah.
as long as you give your life to Him. And I gave my life to Jesus on that day at that altar. God, forgive me. God, forgive me. Give me a new heart. Change me. I repent. Put my trust in you. From there on in, I knew I got converted.
Yeah.
Life never been the same.
That's it, man. Converted.
Converted.
Converted is the word,
That's the
man.
one.
You know,
One place to
from
another.
old to new
Yeah,
and better.
that's right.
You know, that's what Jesus Christ does to you.
And I didn't know what I had in store for me. Like, I'm sure, like with you as well. And just like with Abraham, God told him he's gonna go there. God's gonna take him to a land, you know, that he that he doesn't know, and He was gonna direct him. And that was much like my life. Like anything, don't know, but I know God is good. God has got good plans for my life. So what Vu's doing right now is just changing and altering the camera and recording again. This is how we do it. We do it raw, everyone.
Here we go. We're back on.
Whether we put this on live, it doesn't matter. Oh, we will.
Yeah, of course we will.
Of course, we have to.
It's a sesh.
It's our mandate.
We're
obligated to do so.
You know, we can't let any sesh go to waste.
No, not at all. Got to use and don't abuse.
That's it. Yeah, but and now, your passion is for music.
Yeah. So
Or has it always been for music?
it's always been for music.
Okay. For rapping, right? Wapping.
Wapping, waggity, whack. But it's great to even think as of now what I was rapping about, you know, before I became a Christian, and now, you know, some years into my salvation, man, I want to rap about God.
Yeah.
I want to rap. So
You want to rap about positive things,
yeah,
man.
that's right.
That is life changing, man. Oh, man, just turn someone's world upside down. Give them hope, man. Give them a reason to live there. Not like these other junk out there that's, man, talking about shivs and shanks and stabbing people and going into areas and all that other rubbish, man.
Yeah.
Taking drugs and women.
And
man. I'll
girls
tell you
and
something,
fame
man.
and them.
None of them lived that life, and I'll tell you what, man, that life's not fun at all because I lived it.
Yeah, straight up. Your music ought to reflect your lifestyle, and most of the rappers out there are liars.
Yeah, that's right, man.
And yeah, that's right. My music should and reflect my lifestyle,
That's
the way I'm
exactly
living,
right.
and my faith. Also, it totally transformed. I mean, from again talking to myself now. You know, I want to put substance, content, and good content in my lyrics.
And yeah, at the same time, man, you want to be a positive role model.
That's right.
There's a lot of stuff out there, man, that, you know, a lot of stuff that I listened to that was negative.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about Christian rap until I started listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it changed my life, man.
Yeah.
I love Christian rap now.
Yeah.
Christian hip-hop now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no negative stuff, man. No, oh man, I listen to it and I feel good about it.
The first album, first Christian album I bought was Lecrae's Rebel.
Yeah.
That revolutionized,
Yeah.
you know, my perception of music and, you know, how I can utilize that same and similar thing.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, shout out Lecrae. Kudos to
Yeah,
him.
mine was Brian Trejo.
Oh yeah, Kingdom Music.
Yeah, Kingdom Music, man. That guy spoke my life. And yet, you know, so positive too, you know, uplifting music is what you need, man.
And through that, I'm just given the blessing and the opportunity to, you know, testify and also perform in various churches around Sydney. So I got gigs in Janali and the Wollongong coming up, all COVID safe, by the way. And
Had to put that one in.
that's
there.
right. And straight up it is. And been over the Perth and
God's taking you
Brizzy.
places.
Yeah, and even overseas, China, Philippines,
Wow, yeah,
Malaysia,
Man,
Fiji.
there you go, man.
It's insane.
Awesome, man. And you know, if you were just one of those other rapper wannabe losers, man, you probably wouldn't even have this opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, because who knows where you could have gone with.
The moment that you take yourself out of the picture and put others, and having that mindset, you know, as if even one person, one soul is influenced, by the end of it all, one sin against saved. That's all that matters.
That's right.
That's all that
man.
matters.
That's
You know,
it, man.
my job here. My job here is, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, it's not a numbers game.
No, it's
you
a soul
know.
game.
Yeah, that's right, man. No. Yeah, and man, saying we're talking about this topic on music, man.
Yeah.
And you know who better to talk to it than you. You know, we saw. All,
No, I know some things, but
yeah, but you know, you're always in the haps of what's going on there. You know, and I'm watching the news. You know, just a couple of days ago, a young Islander man, his parents had to bury him over these this gang violence of this area code stuff that's been going around. You know, with these this negative rap music. You know, and it's such a shame that seeing young lives get taken over this.
all for some petty things.
Yeah. I think the kid it was so sad. He was 15 years old.
Very disappointing.
15 years old, man. Getting stabbed. Why? Over this music they listen to. Over this guy's area code or that guy's area code, man. I know. I touched on this, a couple of episodes ago. But
Yeah.
man, it's man. When are they going to stop the violence? When are you going to stop killing each other? You guys know who I'm talking about. When are you guys going to start? Wake up to yourselves and look at it and say it's your cousin, it's your brother.
I'll tell you what, it's not going to last.
Yeah.
It's certainly not going to last. The way you're continuing to live. And do you know what? That actually reminds me of, just this separation. It's not only postcodes, but also races.
Yeah.
Races, our skin color.
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter what skin color you have, or what background, or what ethnicity you're a part of? Does that define us? Does that should that be separating
Mate,
us?
At the end of the day, mate, we all bleed the same colour. That's there's only one saviour that bled for us.
Yeah, all bleed the same blood. We all need that same hope.
Yeah, that's right. With a lot of stuff that's been going around on the media. You got pandemics happening, and then now all this other race.
Mm-hmm.
It's just starting another form of oppression.
Mm-hmm.
Another form of segregation.
Yep.
Man, I truly believe, man, that the end of times is probably coming.
I don't know about you, Vu, but from getting saved 10 years ago, I opened my eyes.
Yeah.
And so as anyone should, when they come to Christ. But open my eyes specifically towards all the things that are happening around the world. I was just blind back then, blind, prone to it, just into my own self and in my own circle. And now I'm just seeing beyond, looking at the news and seeing what's going on, seeing the underlying pulse, and seeing Matthew 24 come to life and more frequently before my eyes. And you're right in saying it. It's coming closer.
Yeah, it's coming closer, man. And yeah, man. A lot of I was exactly the same thing as you, man. I was in my own bubble. I was in my own world.
Yeah.
I couldn't. And the fact is, I really didn't care.
Yeah.
I really didn't care. Mm-hmm. And now when I'm looking at all these, or what's been going on in the world lately.
Yeah.
And you start you start feeling for them because they don't know the truth.
No.
They don't know where they're going when
No.
this short span of a life ends for them.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all a delusion.
Yeah.
And not to put them down because I was in that position.
Yeah. But it's sad.
It is.
I know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know where you're going.
Yeah.
But there's many, many people out there.
Yeah.
They don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going. That's why it's such an important thing that me and you are doing right now.
Yeah.
We're giving them that hope.
Yeah. We need hope.
And that hope is through Jesus Christ.
That's right.
And I don't know, I kind of went on on a rabbit hole again, but
Oh, man. That's what's good about
that's
it.
the raw session.
That's
I
what's
went
good
from talking about you to talking about all these things.
All the crazy stuff. We can't.
What's
We
going on?
can't. Yeah, we really can't ignore it.
No, we
ignore
can't.
it.
Where it's mandatory to wear a face mask
Mhm.
out on the streets now.
Yeah.
Things are getting a bit tight now. People can't move anywhere. Churches are getting restrictions put on them. And this world is the Bible says it. It's getting closer and closer.
Correct. He who endures to the end shall be saved.
That's right. And there's man.
Ice caps are not melting. You're going to melt if you don't repent.
Oh, true. So true. But all those guys that are just going to go to, just perish in hell, burn in an eternity in hell is going to be, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy, man.
Yeah. And that should ought to get and encourage every single Christian.
Yeah, to get out there.
To get them to keep on going.
Tell their mother.
Yeah.
Tell their father. Tell their best friends. Tell their dog. Tell their cats.
Yeah.
Tell anything possible that's got a heartbeat about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that is a command from the Bible too.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the cat, but
I
there's some cats out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but anything that's living.
Yeah, that's right. Every living creature.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, man. Been in the rap game for how many years now?
I wouldn't say rap game, but I've been rapping since I was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God's taking you to tremendous places, right? God's taking you here.
It's a humbling experience, just to go from place to place and just seeing people's lives touched. Sure. Everyone's got a story.
Yeah.
And everyone's got a talent, but just utilizing that for Christ and to reach out.
Yeah. And God using you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that the most amazing thing? Yeah. It's the most humbling thing.
Yeah.
Seeing someone change because you're using your talent or you're using
Through a wretch like me.
or using your story.
Yeah.
To see someone alter their destiny.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a powerful thing. Change the course of the destiny, change the course of their life.
Yeah. So that's why I honestly believe, working on your lyricism, working on your content is important. Working on your craft is important.
Yeah.
Let me give you a testimony. There's this one song I sing called "Cry of the Broken."
Yeah.
I started the song in 2013.
Yeah.
I finished it in 2019.
So it was a process.
It was a process and procrastination. I hit the pause button on it, but then I picked it up again last year because, in this song I talk about the first verse. Essentially, God hears God hears the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. That's the underlying pulse of the song. God hears the cry of the broken.
Yeah.
So in the first verse, I talk about a girl who's been broken, anxious, suffering through domestic violence, but still being, with the partner. There are some women under that pressure, taking drugs, suicidal thoughts till someone reaches out to her.
But I think I remember you singing that song. Was it? I think I came here, and I shared my story.
Yeah.
And I think you sung that song at the start before I actually got up and shared my story.
Yeah.
I actually remember that was a good song.
I didn't know what I was writing back then, but just again asking God for help with the lyrics, but that paints a picture for many others out there. And now the second verse talk about the male.
Yeah.
More a reflection of my life.
Yeah.
Week in, week out, just doing the same thing. Gambling my life for a temporary high.
Yeah.
And then again, just pushing away those who want to, who wants to minister the gospel, but then just coming to the end of myself. Now I don't know where else to go. And then after that, I talk about Jesus, the one being broken for us.
Yeah.
That we may be healed.
Man. And you can get it on Spotify.
It's soon to be released.
Oh, sorry. A bit early for that, but I was trying my best to give it.
But you can view it on my channel on YouTube. There's a live video on that. That'll soon be released. Thanks for the promo, by the way. We really appreciate the proactiveness.
Anything for a brother like you. But now it's been over 10 years since you've been saved, set free.
Yeah.
Tell us about your life now, man. I know you got 3 kids. 4 on the way. Oh, no. I was trying. I was sorry. Just breaking out.
Speculations there, brother.
But you got three beautiful daughters.
Yeah. So what the devil meant for evil, man, God meant it for the good. The things that I was going through with family, relationships, and peers, God restored and healed my relationship with my family. Giving me brothers and sisters, man, brothers like you, man, that we can bond, share the same values and stuff. And God has restored my way of relationships. So God has been happily married, a beautiful wife, Emma, for the past 6 years, 6.5 years, and 3 beautiful daughters, all under 5.
All under 5. Busy man. But yeah, man, it is such a remarkable hand of God to see that. He restores things. Restored. How's your relationship with your parents now?
It's great. Love my dad. Love my mum.
Yeah.
And my mum's in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Dad's here, and it's great. It's great. My mum, though she's at the Philippines, we had a bit of a fallout, and I forgave her and just prayed for her, that our relationship would be restored and her salvation. And she called me a couple of years ago saying, I'm sorry for what happened, years ago, and she saw my daughters for the first time.
Wow.
And was pregnant with our third.
Yeah.
God's good. God's faithful in restoring relationships, even though you may not see it now. But I personally saw it, and God's good. God's good. That
And also giving you good relationships. Being in the house of God. You tend to grow more relationships with with more people.
You learn people skills in church, or so you should.
Yeah.
And I was awkward, and sometimes I like to think I am a bit, and still trying. But I know and can confidently say that I'm way far from where I was.
Yeah.
Where I was 10 years ago. You learn that there's so many opportunities to to express yourself, whether in evangelism or picking up a skill, whether an instrument or learning how to. I reckon anyone can rap.
Yeah.
Anyone can rap. If
Yeah.
anyone can, remember lyrics, certainly.
Yeah.
if anyone can, not everyone can sing though. Might have just put that out there.
So what are you trying to say? I'm a bad singer, man? What are you trying to say, man? You heard my singing, man.
If we try hard enough. But
My karaoke skills are impeccable.
let's go. Let's go straight. But there's always things to do, and it's all revolved around people.
And God.
Absolutely. People and God.
People and God.
For God's glory, see people saved.
That's right. Yeah. And yeah, man, like I said, man, it's the best thing that could ever happen to you.
That's right.
You know, is salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, man, I've never regretted, saying that prayer. I've never, I've absolutely, man, since the last few years I've been saved, man, things just keep getting better for me.
Yeah.
Keep getting better and better and better for me, you know. And I can't wait to see in the near future, what else has God got for me?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm continuously meeting new people, you know.
There's obviously, we go through trials. We're not Christians are not different than anyone else in the world. Go through the same things, but
same
we have
problems.
But we have a real God who helps us.
Yeah, that's right.
And I agree with you. I second on that, man, because I look forward to what the future will hold.
Yeah.
There's others that have fear of the future.
Yeah.
That is, I saw a statistic years ago that's the thing that most youths are in fear of, the fear of the future.
Yeah. And they can't move forward.
Correct. They
They're
stumble, they're stuck, and they find other means to get them through, whether through drugs or or whatever, porno and all these kind of things to sedate this fear of the future.
That's right, man. Yeah. And yeah, man, all they need to do is really just take a step of faith, and
that's right.
All that could just go away.
That's right. God says in Jeremiah 29:11, the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, are of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope.
That's right. That's God's promise.
Boom.
God's promise.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Anyway,
I
think we're going to end this session.
Yeah, we are. Good time. It was a good time.
Is there anything you'd like to say to all the viewers? One last thing there.
Like, share, subscribe. We need your contribution to support this movement.
That's it, man. That's it.
And we're going to continue to produce more content because there are people out there who need this.
That's right, man.
We need your help. We need your help.
We need your help, and we need you to... I don't know, I just lost my line. Ow! Raw!
Boom!
I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet. I'ma bounce back like a ricochet.